day it is on my sports day. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of On My Sports. It's your boy John J, and with me as always is my dog, Big Money Sonny. Holla at him, Sonny.
What's up with it, world? Let's go up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go up. I can dig it. I can dig it. And ladies and gentlemen, if y'all joining us today, oh my God. Y'all some true sports fans, and y'all know how fired not only today has been, but this week started off. And there's more to come before the week ends. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get into all of the fun festivities, please, you know what I'm saying? I got the wig and everything, you know what I'm saying, for Halloween. Happy Halloween, y'all. But before we get into all that, please, show us some love. Drop us a like, share, subscribe, and comment, man. We about to have a real fun talk. So get down in those comments and holler at us. You will get a shout out. I do show love. So much thanks for those of you who are tuning in to the second ever live edition of On My Sports. Sonny,
Appreciate the love.
Big Money Sonny, man, I appreciate you being here, broski, man. This it's a hit, man. Me and you, the chemistry is money, bro, for real. So thank you. So
Hey, thank you, brother.
as I said in the intro, man, a lie went down this week, and y'all know what today was the NFL trade deadline. So we gonna get into all of the moves that happened today. Man, some major moves went down today, Big Money. Um, and we had now first off, actually, I'm gonna go back because it started yesterday. When we had the Seattle Seahawks trade for Leonard Williamson from the New York Giants.
Word.
So what did you think about that move for the Seahawks? That I thought it was a pretty big time move for that defensive line.
Yeah, it was solid, bro. I can't even cap. They got better. Yeah.
Yeah. And just
Nice.
a refresher as to what went down. As I said, the Seahawks got Leonard Williams. The Giants received a 2024 second round pick and a 2025 fifth round pick.
Mm.
So, good value for the Giants. They got two picks out the deal. I think this is one of those win-win moves. If I had to pick who won it the most, I like the assets that the Giants got, but the Seahawks got somebody that can help them in that division right now. So, you got a winner in that trade?
Seattle for me.
Okay.
It's about winning now. I don't care about the draft picks and all that. It's about what can you do to make your team better, to compete with the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Cowboys in the NFC. And I feel like that move got them closer to that.
Yeah, that's facts. I was kind of surprised they didn't make a move for that the Giants didn't move Saquon. They're not going nowhere. They gave up on the big man on the defensive line. You got Saquon on a 1 year deal, and if memory serves correct, you won't be able to franchise him because of the way that deal is structured. So I would have thought maybe they would have moved him
Mm-hmm.
and got something for him. Maybe a contender would have made a big play move like the Niners did last year for CMC. Um,
Right. I was expecting Baltimore to do it. I low key was like Baltimore's gonna make that move and that'll put them over the top. But they didn't. They didn't pull the trigger.
yeah, I'd have to say that's probably my biggest surprise that nobody made the move for the running back.
But he said he didn't want to get traded, so maybe they was like, yeah, he's down to stick this out. So let's keep him around, whatever.
Maybe we'll see. Time will tell. But then another move that went down yesterday: the rich get richer. The Eagles picked up Kevin Byard from the Tennessee Titans. In
Mm.
exchange, they sent safety Terrell Edmonds and two 2024 picks in the fifth round and in the sixth round. So what did you think about that deal? Who you think won? Who do you think lost?
You hit it right on the money. The rich get richer. Philly won that trade. Um, they had to get rid of the kid. He was getting burnt on the back end.
Nah, for real.
Maybe it was I don't know what the issue was with Tennessee and why they wanted to make Philadelphia better, but they made Philadelphia better.
They absolutely made Philadelphia better. Like I said, rich get richer. That was a
Right.
big time move for them.
And shout
Um,
out Eagles, man. They
yeah, I
man, they
mean, you have two games against the Commanders, and they torching this supposed top tier defense. A move must be
right.
made.
Must be. It
Must
has
be
to be
made.
addressed. Jeffrey
Um,
Lurie and the whole crew knew it too, and they pulled the trigger. Shout to the front office in Philadelphia. They're right on schedule, bro. Yeah.
yeah. So then another, we're gonna stick with the Eagles because they made another move. They gave this one was them giving up a player in exchange for an asset. They gave up Kentavious Street, defensive lineman, and a 2025 seventh round pick to the Atlanta Falcons, who in return sends them a 2024 sixth round pick. So that was kind of one of those just kind of a salary dump. We'll give you a player and a late pick to just take this salary. Um, I don't really see a winner
I feel
or a
the same
loser
way.
on that one. I guess you could say the
Favorite for a
Falcons
favorite.
because they got a body,
Right.
but the Eagles they got a little freedom, so I kind of still want
Mm-hmm.
to give it to them. Um, but moving along, to start off the day, well, the NFL day, because there was another trade that started off the day, but it wasn't in the NFL. We'll get into that one later. Um, but the Chicago Bears made a move to get defensive end Montez Sweat from the Washington Commanders in exchange for a 2024 second round pick. Big money. What'd you think about that move?
And I'm glad you brought this up. I wanted to know what you thought about it because my initial reaction was why.
I see a lot of those reactions everywhere I turn today.
Like what was it? Like I Sweat's a great player. What was that
what
what was
made
that
them
about?
buyers in the position that they're in?
Exactly.
Same situation last year. They were buyers with in just as bad or worse of position when they got Chase Claypool. But this feels different. Um,
Okay.
for one, this is a good player. This is a position that we really, really, really needed. We got probably the worst pass rush in the league. Like 5 total sacks this season from the defensive line. That's just pathetic. So he's already the best defender we got. Now the why when you're in a position where most people think you're gonna sell. Remember, this is a team that Ryan Poles came in just a year ago and blew up everything. So they're still building assets. They're still getting young players that can fit into a rebuild. And this is one of them. You look ahead at the draft this year. Although you have high picks, there is not a top tier pass rusher coming out this year. There is no Will Anderson, no Nick Bosa, none of those top tier guys this year. So you kind of have to manufacture something. So that's what they did. This was a move that helps them today, but mainly for the future. Now you gotta actually re-sign them for this deal to actually be good. But as of right now, I like it. Dare I say I love it. Maybe Ryan
Is that the
Poles
intent?
sees.
They're gonna re-sign him?
I mean, yeah, you don't make this move without intending to re-sign him. Like I said, this isn't. I don't think that you're in a position to make the playoffs this year. My homerism isn't gonna go that far, but um, I don't think you borrowed a player if it's not for a playoff push, which I don't think we're doing. So I think this is a long-term asset. He's only about 27, 28, so he fits that rebuild time frame. They got about $110 million in cap space coming up. So yeah, they're looking for players. So I get it. But again, you have to re-sign it to make it officially a good deal. That's that is the why, in my opinion. They looked ahead. They don't see there isn't very many options coming out this year, and with free agency, you don't know. Big time pass rushers don't get let out of their contracts, so you got
Right.
a chance to get one. You
I
got to pull the trigger.
I thought it was a good pickup. I just didn't understand. I don't understand their front office whatsoever. We already had this conversation a couple episodes ago. I don't understand what they be doing. So
Yeah.
I just
A lot of people have been up in arms about that. I'm gonna be honest with you though. I'm
yeah.
still alongside the front office. I'm loving what Ryan Poles is doing. It's not perfect. The Claypool deal was a bad deal. Velus Jones, third round pick last year, receiver, has been bad. He doesn't even belong on a football field professionally. But overall, it's hits and misses when you play in GM. I think he's done some really good things. I like that he's willing to take a swing. Even though he had a bad one, it didn't sour him. He went back for it again. You know, he looked ahead, seeing that hey, this is a position, this a weakness this coming off season. So let's get what we can now. I'm not mad at that. I love what he did with the draft day trade. It gave us flexibility moving forward for next year. So he's playing a long game. He said he wanted to build this thing from the ground up, and I think I'm gonna give him at least a few years to see what happens. You're not finna unload everybody and then be good in a year. As much as we want that
Right.
to happen, it's just it doesn't. It doesn't happen.
What's up with the kid Johnson? So that's not one of his guys. So he was like, go seek a trade or what?
Well,
What was up with that?
it could be a little bit of that. I think there might be some of that. They have been negotiating, but in Matt Eberflus's defense, it requires takeaways. Um, and that's what they want to pay for. And Jalen Johnson is a really good man corner, but he gets zero. He gets no takeaways. And I
Right.
think that's where the discrepancy in the money comes from. Is he wants to get paid like a high end corner, and they don't want to pay him like that if he's not getting any takeaways. So it's
Right. But he's
it's
running
almost
with
like the
people, though.
Roquan situation where um, a lot of people don't
The
agree
money
with
didn't
it.
match the production.
Not even the
Right.
money and matching the production, because Roquan is a star, but it was you were switching to a 4-3 instead of a 3-4, and that was his forte. He is a 4-3, I mean a 3-4 guy, and they thought that
Right.
they could get
So
more bang for their buck going elsewhere. I tend to disagree with it,
right.
but to each his
Right.
own. And
I get
we
it.
got a comment from JD's world. How about them Cowboys? I know that's gonna fire you up with that 49ers flag. But hey, that Cowboys defense is elite, man. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't make a
Is
move
it?
today.
Is it though?
Yeah,
Is it elite?
I think
Because
so.
it's
I think so.
is it elite, bro? Because we've been down this road before. No hate. The Cowboys are a good team, but it was the Rams.
It was the
It's
Rams,
the
but the
Rams.
Rams been giving people fits this year, especially with Puka and Cooper. You had a little something there,
It
but
was the
yeah,
Rams,
they
bro.
made they
Still,
made the Rams look super pedestrian. They brought them back
they
down to
are
reality.
pedestrian. That's what I'm saying. Like, we'll see what the Cowboys is about. Beat Philly, and then ask that question again, money.
Yeah, yeah, this is the test without a doubt. But we all
Like,
know
it's
these
always
division
the
games
test.
are
Like,
tight
that's
anyway,
what's
though.
crazy. That's what's crazy about Dallas, though. It's like it's always the test when they play the good teams. Like they ain't beat the good teams yet. So every time they come up with up against a good team, it's
But
oh
I think that defense has been elite. The biggest issue has been the inconsistency in the quarterback play. Dak showing up sometimes and not at all in the playoffs. That's been the biggest problem. Um,
defense solid. Yeah, they
yeah,
solid.
I
They
mean,
only
Micah
really got
Parsons
beat.
probably the best defensive player in the league. I mean, it could go. You got him, Bosa, T.J. Watt. It's fluid, but you
Yeah,
can arguably mention him at the top, and you wouldn't sound crazy or homerish. Um,
nah, he's top. He's top two.
yeah, without a doubt. So, I mean, they
Top
got
two.
something there, but absolutely, we got to
Nah,
see
they
how they
defense
look this
solid.
week. Got to see how they
Defense
look
solid.
this week.
I love their defense. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with their defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he say facts. He say facts. He ain't mad at you.
Nah, but hey, look, no shade to them. I just need to see them beat the good teams because with Dallas, it's about what they do in the playoffs. The regular season, the fans be tripping on the regular season. Now, I don't worry about the regular season with them. Only thing I worry about as far as the regular season with them is like how they fare against Philly, San Francisco, the teams that they'll run into in the playoffs. So, I need to see what they look like against Philly. I need to see what they look like when they play the other good teams on their schedule. Not the trash teams, not the Jets, not the Chargers, not the Rams. I need to see what you look like against San Fran. I need to see what you look like against Philly, Baltimore, Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? When you get them people on your schedule, not the New Englands, we know what y'all gonna do. But what are you gonna do when you play the good teams? You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. Can you beat them in the playoffs? Can you beat the Seattles? Can you go to Seattle and win? Can you go to
Yes,
San
sir.
Fran? Can you go to Philly in the cold and knock them off?
He say
Like,
Hurts
what
is
if
limping. He say Hurts is limping. We're gonna expose that man.
he's limping?
Hey, hey, I ain't mad at it. I
But
ain't
you
mad
know
at it. I
what? The
love it.
way And you know what? The way they looked against Washington, yeah, Dallas is probably licking their chops like, let us get up like that. They ain't coming back on us like that. Yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. I could definitely see that.
Nah, bro, one thing about I can tell you, like, even though Philly's 6-1, one thing about that NFC, it don't seem like any of those teams is really like dominant. I ain't seen any of them really dominate. So it anybody can be had over there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
this is
The
one
AFC
of those matchups for that top tier respect. And he say yeah he said he got a knee issue.
hurts.
Yep.
That's huge because he was hurt last time. Remember,
Yeah.
he got hurt
Yeah.
in the game last year and they lost. That's real, bro.
Matter of
Yeah.
fact,
So
both times they played, each time one of the quarterbacks was out, right? Because the first game wasn't Dak out. That's when they had the backup in.
yeah, Cooper Rush. No, yeah, they both lost with their backup. They lost with Cooper Rush and then they lost with Gardner Minshew. That's facts.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is gonna be a big time game. A lot of stakes is to be
Can't
had
wait.
with this,
Yeah.
man,
I can't wait for
without
this
a
game.
doubt.
That's a yeah, no
And
doubt. Yeah.
we got more trades to talk about, but before we get into that, man, let me pause for a minute, cause, man, ladies and gentlemen, we got us a clothing shop. Yeah. So check it out, man. On mysports.com. We got your snapbacks, your tees, your hoodies, everything, man. Dad hats, the mesh, everything, man. So, on mysports.com, man. Show us some love, man, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, but moving on to some more of these trades, man. The Vikings. Now this one surprised me a little bit because I thought that the Vikings were gonna make a move for like Jameis Winston. I heard that kind of like late yesterday, but they make a move to acquire Josh Dobbs from the Cardinals. They get Dobbs and a 7th-round pick in this year's draft in exchange for a 6th-round pick in next year's draft. So Arizona just clearing the board so Kyler can come back, even though they starting a rookie this week. What you think about that one, Big Money?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they did what they had to do. I would have liked to see them try to go get Trey Lance from the Cowboys.
The time, you know what? I said that before the Cowboys had got Trey Lance, that the Vikings should have made that move, and that was just
Right.
hindsight. Who knew Kirk Cousins would have got hurt? But to me, that was the
Yeah, you
move. The
hate to see that.
foresight. You
I
should
hate
have
to see
seen
that,
that
but
he was still on an
yeah,
expiring contract. They should have brought in somebody else. And before you get into
yeah, I hate
your
to see
reply real quick, we got a couple more comments. JD's World added Chase Young though. Y'all added to y'all. Damn. And we're gonna get into that too. In the trades, but we can talk about that next. And then somebody else chimed in, Cameo Farrell. First off, I'd like to say that I am a huge fan of Big Money Sonny. Also, how do you guys
Oh
think
wow.
CP3 looks so far with the Warriors? And we're gonna get into some hoops talk later,
Mm,
but for Cameo real quick,
appreciate the love. Appreciate the love.
I like the fit. CP3 has been looking good. Better than I expected. I like him a lot better with that second unit. I'm glad that that was ironed out with seemingly no fight. But he works well with that second unit with them young guys, put them in the right spots. He got that little corner 18-foot jumper is just money. So I like the look, man. You got the vet with them young guys, and from his time in OKC and with the Clippers, he looks good with young guys. He is a very good teacher with Phoenix and everything. So I like the fit. What you think, Sonny?
Yeah, I like the coming off the bench thing. I don't like him starting. Everything you said was money, and I want to. I appreciate the love. That comment, that last comment. Appreciate the love, Cameo.
Absolutely.
Shout to you. Yeah, I like it, bro. And you know what? Come playoff time, if CP3 is healthy, that's all that matters, bro. That's gonna be mean. Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, he's giving them young boys like, yeah, ooh, that's nasty, bro. I know people's like, nah, they small and Steph Curry's getting old, but they like Tom Brady. Like every time I wanted to say that about Tom Brady, he just won a chip. I was like, damn. And that's how I feel about the Warriors. Like, I almost want to be like,
And
nah,
Steph,
it's over for them. But then it's like,
not the way Steph had Dylan Brooks dancing on skates the other day. I'm talking about
yeah. And then he dropped 41 before that on sack. I was like, oh man.
man,
The last two
I
games
told
against
you.
Sacramento, bro, the last two games against Sacramento, he got 91 points. A 50 piece and a 41 piece. Like,
That's
yeah.
sick. But that's his
I'm gonna
little
look at
homie
Steph
over there,
now.
De'Aaron Fox. You know, he the first athlete signed to Team Curry to his label, to his his clothing line. So that's pretty dope. So he always gonna come for him. That's the little homie. You got to show him that it ain't your time just yet, but you can still keep making me a bag. And JD's world also mentioned about that Dobbs trade. Dobbs kind of can just make basic plays to move the rock. He ain't got to be coached up too much. He's smart. I agree with that. The expectations for Minnesota at this point have got to hit rock bottom even before this trade. So like you say, it's just a smart guy that can come in and just A to B. Problem
Right.
is,
And you know what? Their defense is playing really good. And I can see them if as long as he can keep the turnovers down, he can make some plays with his legs. And like he said, you know what I'm saying, man, I can see them in the wild card for real. That's crazy.
you
The
think they still got
NFC.
a shot at the wild card?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can see them. They're a wild card team, bro. Yeah.
I'm
With
a,
Josh Dobbs.
I'm gonna vehemently disagree.
Okay.
I don't think they make it. In fact, I'm a little perplexed about what they doing. I get it. You got to replace your quarterback, but they mess around and get an extra win or two. They're gonna get thrown out of being able to draft a top tier quarterback, and they're gonna be forced to have to re-sign
Mhm.
Kirk Cousins. Which I don't know that they probably don't see that as a bad thing. They probably want to rock with Kirk Cousins. He's been money for them. I heard that they just had
As
a Halloween part. I mean, they got him in playoff position, put up good numbers for him. It could be a lot worse. In fact, it has been a lot worse. Um, but I heard that they just had some type of event for Halloween, and
Kirk
he
Cousins is
still
like,
showed up like in a wheelchair to sign autographs with fans or whatever. Like, I mean, he real when they like him out there. So it might
yeah.
be
Kirk
home. That's
Cousins
a
reminds
family
me of
atmosphere type of team. You say he
yeah, Kirk
reminds you of who?
Cousins reminds me of a mumble rapper who everybody likes but is really trash. I'm like, you was like, yeah, he's been successful. I'm up here like, yes, he.
Their version of JD's world say they gonna get old Bo Nix. Hey, as a Bears fan, I don't know if I want to see that. Bo Nix with those weapons is a problem.
Mm.
It will be a
Oh, Bo
problem.
Nix,
Oh,
bro, Bo
I don't want to
Nix
see
with
that.
Justin
You know what?
Jefferson and them.
JD's world, I don't want to make the people that comment on this show, I appreciate you, but the hell with that. I don't feel that. I don't know about that.
Nah, hey,
But no, that's a good
he's
look for
right
them.
though. That's money, bro.
That's
Do
a good.
you
He
know
will
what
go
happens if
crazy
Bo
with them.
Nix goes over there with
Yeah,
Justin
you
Jefferson
you
and
see
them
the
young
reaction.
boys?
I know how Bo Nix get down, and you put him with Jefferson and Addison and T.J. Hawkinson. Man, problem.
Bo Nix over there, bro.
Problem, man. I don't want to see that. You just messed me up with that one. But
Hey,
yeah,
you
it
know who
is.
else?
It
You
is a
know who
strong
else would be a good
possibility.
fit over there?
Who's that?
The kid from Washington, the Heisman.
Michael Penix Jr.
Ooh, put
Yes,
him over
big
there.
fan. In fact, they got a big game against
Yeah,
USC this weekend. I'm rocking with
yeah.
Washington. I'm going with
Put Penix
Washington.
over there in Minnesota. Let them draft him. Sit behind Kirk. Sit behind Kirk a year. Learn till he get yanked. Come in there, take the job. Yeah.
Resign Kirk for about another year or two. Give him a 1 or 2 year deal. Give him the Jimmy
Mm-hmm.
G deal. I could see that. I could see
Man, I
that.
love that, bro.
I
Yeah.
could see that. Okay, so enough nightmare scenarios. Let's get back to these trades. The Vikings, while we talking about them, they sent a guard, Ezra Cleveland, to the Jaguars in exchange for a 2024 sixth round pick. What did you think about that move? Jacksonville not to be left out in the cold.
Yeah, they're coming, bro. They solid, and I like it for them. That was pretty cool. That was under the radar right there. I like that
It
move.
was a real under the radar move, but a necessary move. You got to protect that big money guy. He was soon to be big money guy. He on his rookie contract right now, but got to
Nah,
protect the
Trevor Lawrence the
assets.
future. You gotta
He is
keep
the
him
future.
upright. Keep him upright, bro. Yeah.
So now, JD's world, he mentioned it earlier, but let's get into it. Yo, 49ers acquired defensive end Chase Young for the Commanders in exchange for a 2024 third round pick. And before I ask you your opinion on this, I gotta say, just as a Bears fan, this I like the deal we made for Sweat, but at first Chase Young was the guy I really wanted. Although he has the injury history, I think the potential is higher for him. And you could have got him for a little bit cheaper, which the 49ers did. And I love this move for them, reuniting him with his college teammate, Nick Bosa. So what you think about this big money?
You know what I think about it, bro. I beat my chest off of a 3-game losing streak. I'm still beating my chest, bro. We coming, bro. Because with us, it's always about where we at the end. You know what, bro? It's so I've been hearing a lot about Steve Wilkes and his scheme. Bro, this edition right here, I don't care who's calling the plays. My little brother could be calling the plays. With these people, it should still go down, bro. I'm cool. I'm cool. Trust.
And JD's world threw in it very, very scary. I think he was still talking about that Bo Nix to Minnesota. Yeah, I'm feeling I don't want to see that. And Cameo Farrell jumped in. Why do the 49ers be tripping at the beginning of the year every This feels personal. This feels personal. So go ahead and have it, big money.
You know, I've laid in my bed at night for the last 3 years thinking the same thing. Why do we be tripping every year in the beginning of the year? Every year. And it be injuries, it be people just mentally checked out. I don't know what it is. And then we get it together and then we go on a roll. But I thought it was gonna be different this time because instead of 3-5 and 21 and 3-5 and 22, we was 5-0. And I was like, oh, it's different this time. And then bam, 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 3 straight L's. It's the same.
Gotta
I
have
don't
that three
know.
in there. That's the magic number.
Right?
You gotta have that three. Everything come wins or losses. It come in threes.
It's coming. It's either gonna be 5-3 or 3-5. I don't know. I don't know what it is, bro. But this is just what we do. And
But I will say those injuries hurt, man. I don't think people is giving enough attention to
yeah,
enough credit to that.
Trent
Like
Williams being out, Debo being out.
that's
Yeah,
major.
that hurts,
That's
bro. That
Debo
hurts.
is his security blanket. Like Debo
Yeah.
is when the chips are down, Debo is the guy you can give it to as like in the backfield damn near, and he gonna just take it to the house. Debo is a
Yeah.
running back at the wide receiver position, kind of like Anquan Bolden was, but probably faster. But
Right.
yeah, that's a big deal missing out on him. So hey, that'll hurt any
Hmm.
roster.
And
Um,
I'm more worried about that's really what I'm worried about is the injuries because that's what's been stopping us is these damn injuries.
Shout out to JD's world, boy. You know a Cowboys fan when you spot it. He say they get hurt every day, B. People get hurt every day, B. I can't say the actual word, but you can read it. But people get hurt every day,
Yeah.
B. I feel that. And he's not wrong.
No, but
Nobody is gonna feel sorry for it.
no,
But
he's not wrong. But if you remember last year, we had in 2021 we had 11 injuries. Last year, 2022, we had 14 injuries, and 4 of them was quarterbacks. Nobody knows injuries like us, and it's next man up, and we're gonna keep rolling. I'm not using it as an excuse at all. This is what we do. Shout out Cam again for knowing who we are, and shout out JD's world for being a delusional Cowboy fan like we know.
he say Big Trent better keep
Shout,
his hands to himself.
huh?
This seems like it's gonna go back and forth between the Niners fan and the Cowboys fan. So I'm gonna
What
interject
did
and
he
jump
say?
in.
Who needs to
He
keep
said
their hands to themselves?
Big Trent better keep his hands to himself. but yeah, but just back to the Chase Young thing. I thought that was a dope move for your boys.
Yeah.
That was a player that the Bears did look at, but I think when they looked at his medicals, they weren't satisfied. They weren't ready to take that plunge, whereas the 49ers are in a position that they can take that plunge. So they could take that risk. And I like the kid. I want to see him
Yeah.
make it, man. And he's having a resurgence this year. So big ups to that. I
Yeah,
love that move.
and he's balling. His win rate is high. His sack production is nice where it needs to be for the middle of the year. And people don't realize like we lost Charles Omenihu to the Chiefs, so this is a good replacement. I like that. That was the money.
Yeah.
Shout out John Lynch. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Kyle Shanahan. Everybody's on the same page. I love it.
Yeah,
Um,
that was dope.
let's just see how it plays out, bro.
Yeah, facts. And this one of those kind of under the radar moves, but I thought it was a real nice. This one of them slick moves. The Browns sent Donovan Peoples Jones, wide receiver, to the Detroit Lions in exchange for
Mm.
a 2025 6th round pick. This was a really good move, a good under the radar move for the Giants. I mean, for the Lions, man. They making all the right moves these last couple seasons, man. What you think about that deal?
Yeah, Detroit sneaky, bro. That was a sneaky move. I loved it. I don't like the Lions, but they're really, really good. And I'm happy that, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be right there. They are, bro.
Yeah,
Tough,
they
grit.
lost Marvin Jones earlier in the season, so this was a nice,
Yeah.
sufficient
This
replacement.
was nice. I was about to say that. This was a nice replacement for the kid. And yeah, Detroit, man, they are a problem. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? It's another they're op in the NFC. Yeah, Detroit, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's facts. That's facts. They are up in the NFC.
Yeah.
Then the last deal I'm gonna get into, um, the Buffalo Bills, not to be outdone. They jumped in and got Rasul Douglas, cornerback from the Green Bay Packers, along with a 5th round pick in this year's draft in exchange for a 3rd round pick in this year's draft that went to Green Bay. What you think about that deal, Big Money?
They needed that because White went down. You know what I'm saying? That was huge. And somebody was just asking me about the Buffalo Bills. And I was just saying, like, they were asking me, are you counting the Bills out? They was asking me like who I thought was right now at the halfway point of the season, who was the top teams? Just two. Just give me the top two. And I said it two. And it wasn't them. And they immediately was like, are they done? And I was like, I don't know. But all I know is that they're the only team in the league with a top 5 offense and defense. It's just they play down to the competition. If they play in the Patriots, they'll play down to that level. But if they're playing the Dolphins, they'll whoop them by 32. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I don't
yeah.
know.
It's
I
hard
don't
to
know. I
count
didn't
them
have
out.
them in my top 2 in the AFC.
It's
He
hard.
asked the
It's
question.
definitely hard to count them out. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I love the move though, and I feel like, yeah, like Whenever they quit doing this Jekyll and Hyde thing, they'll be right there, bro. For real.
Yeah,
I just
when
don't know
you
who they are. I
if you
really don't know who they are though. Who are they? Are they the team that plays down to the Jets Patriots level? Or are they that team that'll run you out the gym like they did the Miami Dolphins? Like who are they?
I think they're the team that can run you out like that, but the Jets gonna play them tough. It's a division game, division rival. Those games are always up in the air. But this is just
Yeah.
one of those. This is a B plus A minus team. They always gonna get right there, but it's hard to see them getting over the hump, and I don't know if they're there just yet. As far as getting
I
over the
don't
hump,
either. And they could, and it's crazy. Von Miller's back, Leonard Floyd's back. And they could be, but we don't know. We'll never know. It's crazy until they do it. They were like, oh,
yeah,
this was the
they
year.
kind of get in their own way. JD's world
Right.
say no identity is a problem, and Diggs is out of there. And then back on the Detroit talk, he mentioned Gibbs came to life. True words have never been spoken. That's big facts. That boy Gibbs, man, he leveled up. He's looking like what Reggie Bush was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man,
He is
that was money.
elite
Woo!
talent right there,
Bro, that
man.
was money what you just said right there. What Reggie Bush was supposed to be for all the Gen Zs out there. I don't know if y'all know about Reggie Bush, but he was a bad boy and he just didn't live up to the potential when he got to the league. But the kid in Detroit reminds me a lot of him. And I was wondering what took so long. Was it Montgomery in the way or what? I expected him to come out the gate doing things like I heard him say they was going to unleash him in the first game of the year against the Chiefs, and they really didn't. And I was looking forward to it like, damn, and it took a while, but he got off last week, and I was happy for him.
Bro, let me tell you, I'm playing fantasy football this year, and I was playing against somebody that had him, and I went into the night up by like I don't know, about 30 something points. And I had Detroit's defense, and the other guy had Gibbs. And I was like, okay, I'm feeling all right. He can have a big game, but I got a nice enough lead. Bro, I started getting nervous. I'm like, take that motherfucker out the goddamn game. Man, if you don't sit him, hurry. I was so thankful for them last couple sacks by Detroit late because I was like, ooh, that boy is a problem. I mean, catching the ball, he running it up the gut. He doing a little bit of everything. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
He's so
I'm a
fast,
big fan.
bro.
I was a fan coming out of Alabama. I was mad when Detroit got him.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, that kid is special, man. For real.
I
And
was happy Detroit got him because I heard Dallas was trying to get him, and I didn't want him to go to Dallas.
ooh, that would have been
For
nasty.
real.
That would have
We
been
was
nasty.
talking about it. LA, shout out LA. You know LA. He
Yeah.
was saying how he was hoping that he fell to the Cowboys, and I was like, nah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. So that happened. um. So before we get into a couple more things that happened in NFL Week 8, I got another somebody else I want to mention to you, another affiliate of ours. You know, we trying to do the thing out here, but ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to check out Metricool, man. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you need social media to be a star at anything. You know, Metricool is the Swiss Army knife for social media. Metricool, man. These guys will allow you to post everywhere all at once. You know what I'm saying? You can be a social media icon. All your Facebooks, your Twitters, your Instagrams, everything. Ad campaign manager. They got summaries. They give you the best times to post. Man, they let you plan ahead like a pro, man. You got your daily planner and everything. So, man, check out Metricool and use the link. Metricool, man. Social media like a boss. But yeah, big money. Week 8. Real quick, we ain't gonna spend too much time on it because we still got some more to get into, and this trade talk has been massive. But just some big games. Week 8 started off with the Buffalo Bills taking down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We saw a number 1 versus number 2 quarterback matchup with the Panthers getting a first win. Shout out to them and Bryce Young over
Right.
C.J. Stroud. He outplayed Stroud in this game. Their defense
He
came to
did,
play.
bro.
Shout out to them.
Mm-hmm.
Those Cowboys we mentioned earlier. They go up. They go 5-2 with a shellacking of the Rams. And then just real quick, JD's world. He say, "Hey, y'all, be cool, Cowboys Nation." And Rangers up 3-1. It's up, yeah. Rangers. Last I looked, it was a 10-0 lead. So shout out to them. They
Shout
one
out
win
to
away.
Rangers. Let's go,
One
Rangers,
win
man.
away
Let's
from
go.
a World Series. Yes.
Let's go, Rangers, man.
Give them
Shout
some
out
love. Give them some
Rangers,
love.
man.
Big love for that.
Yep.
So congrats to those fans. Hopefully y'all get that. The Vikings beat the Packers.
Damn, it's
Packers
10
are a
0.
shell of themselves. The Saints with a big win over the Colts. The Dolphins, they beat the Patriots. Dolphins just beat up on the smaller teams, but they can't do nothing with the big tier teams. They like Buffalo light. You know, the same thing you say about Buffalo. They beat up on the weaker teams, but can't beat up on the bigger teams. So they son to son. So, and then the Jets beat the Giants in that New York battle. Big win for the Jaguars over the Steelers. Big win. And this one right here I want to talk about. The Titans over the Falcons. And last week, I got to apologize. Last week, well, I shouldn't say apologize because I did say I wonder what happened. I left it out there. But last week I said that I wonder why Will Levis was getting the start over Malik Willis when in the preseason Malik Willis was on fire and Levis looked like crap. Ooh, I see why they decided to play Levis. They're privy to more things in practice than we are from these far away lines. But Will Levis, man, what a debut. 4 touchdowns for the kid. What did you think about that game?
Yeah, shout Will. He showed up big, 4 touchdowns. Let's go. I loved it.
It's Mr. Mayo and the coffee.
Right. I wanted to see. I forgot about that.
Mayo and the coffee does that.
He had it, bro, because we got a sample size of Willis, and no knock on him, but I didn't like what I saw. I know it's just a small sample size, so I wanted to see Will Levis, and I know it's just one game, but Tannehill's out of there, bro. They got their quarterback of the future right there, Will Levis. Let's go.
Yeah.
Prototype, big. He's big. He got a gun on him. He looks physical. He looks like he can play, bro. They look like they got a player.
Yeah, and you got a prime candidate for a mayonnaise deal. Man. So there's that. So shout out. He looked great though. D-Hop definitely love him. He definitely gonna vote for him. They might got a shot in that division, and it'd be crazy if it took the kid to take them to the playoffs as opposed to the vet Tannehill. I think the writing is on the wall that Tannehill has probably played his last snap with the Titans. But moving along, the Eagles beat up on the Commanders 38-31. But that defense gave up 31 points, and what did they do? Immediately went and got them a safety. And the Commanders no longer has a defensive line, at least on the edges. And then shout out to the Seahawks, big win against the Browns.
Big, that was big.
Yeah, and then the Ravens survived. They survived against the Cardinals a week after lambasting the Detroit Lions. It's impossible.
But that's the NFL, bro. You got to win ugly.
Exactly, that is the NFL.
Odell's over there frustrated. He didn't get no catches or whatever. He got popped too. You got the dub though, and that's what it is in the NFL. You got to get those wins, baby. Stack them wins.
Facts. And then the Broncos showed up against the Chiefs, the first ever victory against Pat Mahomes. Somewhere right now, Russell Wilson is probably still celebrating. That was a huge win for those guys. You ain't gonna hear the end of it now. He gonna be up on that plane, exercising, doing everything to piss everybody off. Be like, let's ride, Broncos country, let's ride. You haven't heard the last of that, so get ready for that.
Yeah, that was the most disgusting one of them all. I was like,
Yeah, that one was tough to endure. I ain't gonna And then this one, I know I feel your pain on this one, but the Niners take their third straight loss. They lose 31-17 to the Bengals, who are starting to look like themselves again. The Bengals, big win
Yeah.
for those guys. And then my Bears, we got the main event on Sunday night. Unfortunately, we look like dog shit in front of the world, which was to be expected. They got whooped on 30-13 by the Chargers. And then on Monday night, the Detroit Lions took care of business against the Oakland Raiders 26-14. And as JD's World mentioned,
So,
J.J.Gibbs was the man of the hour for that one. Um, so just and another thing I neglected to mention in that Eagles game, shout out to AJ Brown, became the first ever player with 6 straight 125-yard plus games. What? Past Megatron. That is an insane
yeah,
stat.
AJ been going crazy, bro. AJ been going crazy. Shout to him.
I
Shout
think
to the whole Philadelphia Eagles for keeping going.
yeah, I think the last time he went under that was the game where he was yelling at Hurts. That was the last time he went for under
Yeah,
125. So that might be
and
the
that's what it
medicine.
takes
Shout out your
sometimes.
quarterback and you finna ball out. um, and then Kirk Cousins, we mentioned, got hurt in that game. He's out for the season. It's unfortunate. Um, but then just also, I thought it was interesting, and I know we're not talking about hoops yet, but it was a hoops trade along with the NFL trades, and at the center of most of these deals, new Commanders owner Josh Harris. Uh, I don't know if you realize he's also owner of the Philadelphia 76ers. So
Right.
that man had a day. That man got rid of all the trash today. And we're gonna get into that other deal in a little bit. But I just thought that was interesting. Like, man, Josh Harris, you had a busy day. Like for real. You almost took all of the focus away from the NFL and then you brought it back to the NFL single handedly. Shout out to you. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad. But
Shout out to him, man. He real boss
yeah,
for real.
real boss shit. Um
Yeah.
So just real quick, this week's games, week 9 for the NFL kicks off Thursday on Prime Video with the Titans at the Steelers. If Will Levis is playing, starting against Kenny Pickett, this might be a better game than thought originally. This might be a fun game to watch. Then another big game, we got the Germany game at 8:30 a.m. on Sunday morning. The Dolphins and Chiefs. Both teams are 6-2. That is one to watch. Wish that could be prime time late at night, but you got to wake up early to get that one. Then you got
Right. They got that game of all the Germany games. You could have sent the Arizona Cardinals to Germany. They don't know no better. You sent the
yeah, but
Chiefs
that's
and
good.
the
This is how you grow the
Dolphins.
game. This is how you grow the game over there, though.
Yeah.
It's a big
Yeah.
matchup for
This is
them.
big business. You
It's a
said
big
Pat
matchup for
Mahomes
them.
do it. Yeah, that's what's up.
We
Hey, you
send
know
we
what? I'm
sending the
waking up
best of the
early
best
for
over
this one.
there.
I'm excited for this
Oh, I'm
game,
up.
bro.
I'm
This
up.
is the first game. First game Tyreek Hill gets to play against his old squad, and they won the chip the first year you left. I need to see this, bro. I'm here for it. I'm up
Yes.
early. I got the waffles going. I got the
Yes.
wake and bake going. Man,
Yes. Church. Um, Then we got the Vikings at the Falcons, 2-4-4 teams. Um, then the Seahawks at the Ravens should be a fun one. That should be a smash mouth game. Then the Cardinals at the Browns. Who knows if Deshaun is back or what? I don't know what's going on with that situation. The Rams at the Packers. The Buccaneers at the Texans. The Commanders at the Patriots. The Bears at the Saints. The Colts at Packers. The Giants at the Raiders. And then what should have been a primetime game, but can't win them all. Maybe the second time they meet will be. Cowboys at the Eagles. And then
woo!
Sunday night, we got the Bills at the Bengals. That should be fire. Hopefully,
That is
nobody
gonna be
goes
fire.
down.
But the Cowboys Eagles game should have been the primetime game.
I agree, but you got to remember last year Bills and Bengals was the DeMar Hamlin game.
No doubt.
So this is
Tell me
kind of
that because I would rather think that than what I'm thinking, and I'm not even going to say what I'm thinking.
I know what you're thinking.
We'll keep it
because
PC.
because one of these things is not like the other. There's two of
And you
one
know why
thing
I'm
with
gonna
that
say it?
game, and there's two of
You
another
know
thing in the
why
other game.
bro, you know why I'm not gonna say it? Because who is this guy in the comments? Who is this Shawn Michaels guy? I just seen the comment and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna say it. Shout to Shawn Michaels though. He's showing love, whoever he is. Who is that dude?
I don't know. I didn't see no Shawn Michaels. I mean, you got me on that one. But that should be a fire game either way. Um, but then the Monday night game, you got the Chargers and the Jets. Um, it's not the game that they thought it was when they set that. We thought it was going to be Herbert against Aaron Rodgers, but the Jets been playing decent, so it should still be an interesting game. But yeah, that is NFL Week 9. Um, so this will be some fun matchups to watch. But moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk some hoops. Time to talk some hoops. You know what I'm saying? The NBA season is officially underway. We are 1 week in. And just real quick, an opening week recap, man. But before we get into that opening week recap, we've been hinting at it back and forth. The deal that was made. James Harden. Ladies and gentlemen, James Harden finally has officially been traded to the LA Clippers. The deal got done. And Sonny, I got to be honest with you. I was surprised at what it took to get the deal done. Um, the Clippers gave up way less than I thought they was gonna have to. And then that's just a knock on James Harden's value. Because not only did they get James Harden, they had to send PJ Tucker with them. Like it wasn't just James Harden. You got Harden and a couple other players. I don't know the other guy, Philippe Petrusev. He probably gonna get cut.
That's it. You don't remember him? He's the guy who was like, "Trade me, get me out of here," but they wasn't even trying to hear his trade request. Like, who the f are you?
Well, he got
So
it.
you know,
Off
yeah.
to LA. But what
I
did you
felt
think
like
about
it
that
was
deal?
more like once they know that you're disgruntled and you want to trade and you don't want to be somewhere and you go public like Harden did. I feel like
Value
that brings your
plummets.
value down. Yeah, I feel like the other front offices that want to come get you, they don't got to give up what they probably had to give up. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, but I like the
Absolutely.
trade for the Clippers. I like.
They didn't
I
have to
think
give up man. They didn't have to give up
yeah,
Powell. Like
right. I
what?
feel like it was a win-win though for everybody. Everybody got better.
Well,
This gets
I don't know that I think the Sixers got better, but they got rid of drama.
See, I feel like they got better because Harden was in the way of Maxi's development. He's
Okay, I
averaging
do agree to that.
36 a game. So they got better. You know what I'm saying? They're better. Harden is out the way. Get out the way, bro. You out of here. I feel like if Maxi could keep it up, then that might keep Embiid in town. Because, like, the flip side to it is, did that alienate Harden? Because he loved James Harden there. You know what I'm saying? He felt like Harden helped him get the MVP and all that. Got him the Rollie when he won it. Maybe he looked at Harden like he was family, and the front office probably alienated him. And I hope not, because he might be up out of there too. But maybe if Maxi could keep it up, he looks at Maxi like, nah, like me and him, and we add another piece, and we got something. Like who knows?
Yeah, I think they
But
definitely gonna go big game hunting in this off season.
yeah,
They got some extra draft picks to play around with. I mean, and they didn't
yeah.
get nothing. Don't let me make you think that. They definitely
Like
got some
if
pieces. They got
Maxi
like two
pans out,
ones and a swap and a
like if
second. They got
Maxi
some good
becomes
draft
who I
picks.
think he could be, if he becomes what I think he could be, I can see Donovan Mitchell going over there. But that's a whole other
Mm.
conversation for a whole other day.
I do
I
like
can see it.
Morris, the Morris twin, Marcus Morris over there with Embiid, and I like KJ Martin as well. And Nick Batum still got a little bit of, he still got a little bit of juice, a little bit of gas left in the tank. So
Yeah.
it's solid. It's
So,
solid. I think they did get a little bit more depth.
well, what do you think for the Clippers? Like, how does this affect Westbrook? This
That's the thing
Harden,
to see. That's the thing to see because Westbrook has been balling to me, and I don't really think they needed to make this move, but I'm not mad at it. I think this brings Russ off the bench once again.
right?
Um,
Like, did you see them the other night when they had that close game and Westbrook took that shot? Kawhi fell to his feet because he knew he wasn't gonna make it. He fell to his knees like, Harden probably makes that shot. Smitty, little Mitty,
yeah,
little
he
who's
probably
that? About
makes the
18
shot.
feet,
He
little
probably
18
makes the
footer.
shot. The
Yeah.
biggest thing is gonna be does he disappear in the playoffs? Is he gonna
Right.
show up? And can those other guys stay healthy? If they can stay healthy, this is as much talent as Phoenix. Like these are
Yeah.
you got
For real. Hey, nah, legit,
you
bro.
got you got
Legit.
two MVPs. You got a Finals MVP. You got how many All Stars between all of you? You got four
You got
legit.
three top 75 players.
Yeah,
This
that's
could
you got
work,
a
bro.
that's a big four. Like for real, that is a big
Yeah.
four. And then Zubac is a great player to go along with that because he is the garbage guy. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
fourth
Like
quarter.
he's the goon that
Fourth
they need.
quarter. Check it out. Fourth quarter, game 7, first round. Lakers, Clippers. And in the fourth quarter, you got Harden, Westbrook, PG, Kawhi, and Zubac on the floor. Man,
It could be a
Lakers might
problem.
go home.
It could
They
be a
might go
problem.
home.
It could be a problem. Health is gonna
It
be
could
everything.
be.
Health is gonna be
Right.
everything.
Health is everything,
Do those
bro.
guys
Yeah.
make it through the season together? We've already seen, and just this part of the opening week recap, we've already seen the Suns have health issues to start the season. Bradley Beal ain't
I
played
feel
yet.
like you
Booker
jinxed
played
them.
the first game. Like this is what I was talking about. Like
I feel like you jinxed them.
no, fuck that. To hell with
Man, you
that.
were
I ain't
saying
jinxed
that. I
them,
was
man.
like,
This is history. History has jinxed them. We seen this movie before, time and time again.
if you would have told me, like, it's weird too. Like, if you'd have told me 3, 4 games into the regular season, two of the big three won't be there, and two of the three that aren't there isn't KD, I would have been like, huh? So wait. KD is the one that's healthy.
But
KD
KD,
out here
but
balling.
that's the thing. KD starts healthy, and then takes on too big a load halfway through the season. He gets hurt. When the other guys start to come back, that's when he goes down.
Damn.
This is what happens. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that's my biggest issue with that team, man. When will we see them at full strength, and how often will we see them? KD
Yeah,
got
I know
traded
it's early.
late in the season last year over there, but I'm willing to bet we probably seen KD and Booker play more games together last year than we will see the big three play together this year. And they the whole season. They got the whole season
Ooh,
together.
damn.
That would
That's
not
tough.
surprise me.
That's tough.
So the Clippers and the Suns, whoever's healthy is going to be the best team between those. But just week 1 recap, man. Looks like the Nuggets have been they haven't stopped. They picked up right where they left off. Michael Porter Jr. has picked up the slack. Chris Brown. They look good, man. KCP defense. I saw Aaron Gordon made a point to give him a nice shout out that he has been a defensive MVP. So that team is looking
Yeah,
real good.
they look dominant, bro. They look poised to go back to back, like legit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out to the Dallas Mavericks. Also
yeah.
3-0. Denver Nuggets are
Ooh,
the only team that are 4-0. So shout out to them. But yeah, the Dallas Mavericks 3-0 off to a big time start.
Luca, man, Luca
Luca
going crazy.
Luca's
Luca
averaging
Magic,
like
man.
39 points a game right now. He's making my MVP prediction look really well.
No
So
doubt.
hopefully it can maintain with that. And then the last undefeated team, shout out to the Boston Celtics. They made some major moves, bringing in Jrue Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, and it is working. Um, as much
Man.
love as we've been given to the Bucks, and deservedly so, this team has the medicine. It's all about health, though. Can Porzingis stay healthy? I like Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday, by no means, is better than Dame, but he will make life hard on Dame. Um, Dame ain't
No
used to a
doubt.
guard that defend like that. They ain't got those out west. So
I can't wait to see that matchup,
yeah,
boy.
that's gonna
That's
be the
gonna be
one.
crazy.
That's gonna be. I feel like the West has the depth as far as the teams top to bottom, but the East got the top heavy teams. Like Boston and Milwaukee are probably title favorites. They can beat, I think, any of those teams out west. Don't get me wrong. It's some teams that could bang with them out west, but health is a problem. So I doubt that most of those teams out west, the high talent teams like the Clippers and the Suns, I doubt they healthy enough late.
Wait, so you think I know it's early, but you telling me right now, you think Milwaukee and Boston, respectfully, can compete and beat the Denver Nuggets in the finals right now? Is what
That's
you're telling me.
that's a tough one. The Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are so poised and so good. I'm not telling you that they can actually they will beat them, but they can. The potential is there. Yeah. But no, I'm not saying it.
I
I'm
want to
not
think
saying it.
so,
I'm not saying
bro.
that
You
they're
know
gonna
what?
beat them.
I
That's a tall
I want to
task,
feel
man.
that way, but it's Jokic, bro.
It
Jokic
is
makes me.
Jokic.
I
It
always
is
like
Jokic, and that's a
Porzingis
tall
can't.
task.
He don't got the body. He's too skinny. And who's guarding him from Milwaukee? Is it Giannis or is it Lopez?
Lopez.
Food. He's barbecue chicken.
Honestly, I
Food.
think any of them are barbecue chicken. Although I think Giannis got the athleticism and the length, but Jokic is so savvy. Like remember the Hakeem Olajuwon footwork? You know, he got a little bit of that. But with the passing and everything, like the savvy is just I mean, either one of
Yeah.
those guys. But then on the
Him
other
and
side,
Murray.
but then on the flip side, who's stopping them?
Who,
Jamal Murray
Milwaukee?
stopping Dame? No. Is Jokic stopping Giannis? No. I think that's a
Yeah.
good game. That's probably a 7 game series. But I'm
Yeah.
not ready to pick a winner in that one yet. Cause I again, Denver, man, they look like they just picked up right where they left off.
Yeah, I see them giving Milwaukee like problems everywhere, every position. Like, yeah, that's tough. Like, woo, who's guarding MPJ? Who's guarding KCP? You know what? I feel like the 2-man game against Boston would be more difficult. That
But see, I
Jokic
think
Murray.
Milwaukee, don't sleep on the depth though. I like Milwaukee's bench better. Um,
Then Boston, yeah, Boston gave
than
up. They
Boston and
sacrificed that
Denver.
bench.
I like Milwaukee's
Yeah.
bench better than Denver. You got campaign, Bobby Portis. You got some players over there on that bench in Milwaukee. But yeah, I do like the Denver lineup. Jokic and Murray just they've been together for so long. That chemistry is just insane. Um,
But Tatum and Brown can guard Jamal Murray, though. That's the problem right there.
and MPJ. I like Tatum
What if,
against MPJ.
yeah, what if they take away Murray? You know what I'm saying? And it's just Jokic.
And
And they make it 1v1 versus 5. That's how they win. I just don't see how. I don't know. I don't know.
and
I don't
Holiday
see how
really
Milwaukee.
don't sleep on Holiday on Murray. Like he'll make life hard on Murray. Um, nobody is gonna stop the Joker, but Al Horford will give him some trouble. Maybe slight
Yeah,
amount. Um, and Aaron Gordon got a guard Porzingis probably.
yeah.
That should be an interesting one. That one could go either way.
Is he strong enough to guard Giannis?
Who Gordon or Porzingis?
Aaron Gordon.
Yes, because of the athleticism. He's a little bit more athletic. But He's not gonna stop Giannis, but nobody can.
In the half court though, he could deal with him, but
He could
like
deal
coming
with him.
downhill,
He's not
nah,
gonna stop him. Nobody will. But he'll
nobody.
be the one. He'll be effective
Yeah,
somewhat.
yeah.
That should be a good one.
Open court though, no, it's over. Yeah.
Yeah. So something new we're gonna do. A new face, new place report. Who's been doing what in the new spots? We already mentioned Dame. But Dame, he started off with a 30-something point game. What was it, 37,
39.
39? Yeah, yeah. Then he had, 25 the other day?
Yeah.
Um, and just the fact that Giannis, he got his new deal, but he came out publicly and said, hey, this is Dame's team. So shout out to them just getting that ironed out right out the gate. And Giannis just willingly handing over the love and the ball to Dame. So I dig that. Although it's still Giannis's team. Giannis the one with the chip. Let's be honest.
No doubt.
But yeah, Dame got the ball though, so it was
Yeah.
smart to show love to the guy who got the ball in his hand.
Yeah, just like when LeBron went to the Heat, he was like, "This is LeBron's team, no doubt." Yeah, I know it.
Yeah,
But it goes through the championship run is going to depend on Giannis at the end of the day. For real.
yeah, exactly.
Dame, when you're complimenting Giannis, like let's not get it twisted.
Yeah. And as we mentioned before, CP3, he's been looking good over there with the Warriors. Porzingis has been looking good with Boston, him and Drew Holiday.
No doubt.
Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon has been playing some big minutes over there in Phoenix. He's got to play a lot of
Who
minutes.
knew? I didn't see that coming, bro. That's
He's playing
crazy.
some ball.
Yeah, he's balling, bro. He's like reinvigorated. What happened? He looked like young Eric. He looked like Houston Eric Gordon.
Nah, for
Damn.
real. That's what
For
minutes
real,
do.
I'm looking at him right now, bro. He's out here drop man, bro.
That's what minutes do. The New York Knicks, although they 2-2, they've been playing some good ball. They kind of stay steady, whereas I thought they would take a dip. So it's still early. We'll see. But shout out to them. They still playing some tough ball. They won a good game against Cleveland today, although Cleveland is missing.
Cleveland's still trying to figure it out.
They missing a lot of
get
players.
home. They're not home.
Yeah, they still missing quite a bit over there. So,
Yep.
that's gonna happen. But then let's see who else moved around. DeAndre Ayton finally showed up for. He played for Portland, but they're just bad on bad. Dylan Brooks, he showed up on a Steph Curry highlight, dancing. He's a dancing machine. The new faces,
Brooks, man.
the new faces in Memphis are not helping right now. They have yet to get a win.
Shout to D Rose though. Shout D Rose, the homie.
Yeah,
You know
shout, big shout.
Big
Minnesota
shout,
Timberwolves, that expensive roster, sitting on one win right now.
I told you. What I tell you about them, bro?
But shout out to OKC, 3-1. I like the way it's going down. And the Lakers, they still trying to figure things out. They got a lot of new pieces over there, a lot of moving parts.
The Lakers over there down bad, bro. You see him the other night against the Orlando Magic.
I did see that. And like LeBron is on a minutes limit. So AD's got to be the guy, but he's been so unreliable as the guy.
What's up with AD, bro? What's up with AD for real? Like, what's up?
I mean,
have the injuries taken a toll? Like,
at this point, AD is AD. He's never been a banger. He can always get beat off the block. He gets rebounds off his length and athleticism, but it never was strength. You could always beat him off the block, box him out.
Where's the bubble AD though? I ain't seen that guy
in the bubble.
He's been gone for
in the bubble. He's still there. Go to Orlando. He's still there. But and just on the rookie report, some of the rookies that shine so far. 𝓮𝓮 𝓜𝓸𝓻𝓮. Once again, he's an official rookie this year. Wemby, and we watching Wemby right now on TNT.
Wemby, man, shout out Wemby.
He's been looking solid. Both of those boys got to put on some weight though. But I still feel like Chet is gonna get the Rookie of the Year just
Yeah.
because situation. He's gonna be on the team that's gonna make the playoffs, so he's gonna get a lot of love. But Brandon Miller, I don't know if you've been watching Brandon Miller for the Hornets, coming off the bench, balling.
Yeah.
He had a 20-some point game off the bench the other night.
Yeah, I've been watching him.
Future is
I
bright
got the
for
league
that
pass.
kid, man. Both of them's Thomas twins. I
Ooh.
believe it was Asar, the one for Detroit, had a couple blocks early, right out the gate. Like
And
them
then the
boys is
other
looking
one for
good, man.
Houston, you see him?
Hey
Did you see
man,
him guarding Shea the other night? Ooh, he
yeah,
locked up
they
Shea,
got something
bro.
over there, man. Them boys is balling. I like.
Yeah. I was impressed, bro. I was like, man, he giving Shea hell. I ain't seen nobody do that to Shea yet. I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
Mm.
facts. I like the way it's
Yeah.
going down, man. So
Shout the twins, man. Shout the twins. Shout
nice,
them.
nice early season start, man. The NBA has been it's lit. First week out the gate, and and it's just getting started because this week, big money. This week,
It goes up.
it's turning time. It's in
It's up.
season turning time, starting
It's up
Friday.
there though. It's
Starting
up there though.
Friday, and so the first few games are not single elimination. Um, Once it gets to a certain point, and it'll be knockout rounds. But it's
Right.
starting
It
off just
starts off
group
with
play.
group play, right?
Yeah, it starts off with group play. Then you go to the knockout round, and then the semifinals is gonna be in Vegas. So that's gonna be something. And then they got a cup. They got a trophy for this thing. So it's about to kick off, man. We finally get a chance to see what it's all about and whether or not we like it. Hopefully we love it. Hopefully everybody show up. Hopefully
Yeah.
them Suns show up, like all of the teams.
Man,
Like,
are they gonna be there? Is Devin Booker not gonna be there?
Eric Gordon gonna play 40 minutes a game, and then he ain't gonna be no good in a month. I'm worried about the team.
Phoenix don't got no point guard either. You notice that they ain't got no point guard.
Yeah, I didn't like them letting go of campaign. I thought that
Me
was
neither.
they needed him. On the flip side though, Nurkic was a good pickup for them.
Great pickup.
Yeah, I like that move.
And the other center, what's that other center's name?
Bobo.
Nah, the white guy.
Who else they got? Do they still got
For
Lynn?
the Suns. He's the backup. He's Nurkic's backup.
Who is the back? Do they still got Lynn? Is he still over there?
Mm.
Who is the backup? I'm not sure who's the backup.
He's nice, bro. Youngster. Nice.
I feel like I should know this. Who is their backup?
Bro, I know his name. I just can't think of it right now. It's crazy, but it was a nice pickup. I like him too. And you know what? Shout to your man over there. He's doing a great coaching job. Nobody's really saying
Eubanks.
Eubanks.
Drew Eubanks. Eubanks. Yeah. Okay.
That's a sleeper, bro. That's a sleeper. I was watching him like, man.
Yeah, they got some good pieces over there. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, he got something cooking over there. What's his name? Used to coach the Lakers.
He won the chip over there. Frank
Vogel is cooking in Phoenix, bro. When they get whole, watch, bro. Watch. I see it. I see what they can be. But this might be Brooklyn West. You might be right. It's crazy.
I hope that I'm wrong because I want to see them play. Like,
I hope you're wrong too,
it's
bro.
an NBA. It's a fan letdown if we can't get them. Like Brooklyn. The hype for Brooklyn was real, but it was a letdown. I don't want that again.
Yeah, I don't want that again at all.
So
That
I hope
hurt.
that I'm wrong.
That hurt my soul. That hurt Brooklyn. Shout the city. That hurt our city, bro. That's sad.
Yeah,
Ooh,
no doubt, man. No doubt.
Will we ever recover? Wow.
Hopefully. They like to spend money over there, so they will. But moving along, man. Before we get on up out of here, it's time for some boxing talk, man. You know, little shum, little knockout sport. But this past weekend we had the highly touted. You know, this is starting to be a regular thing with the MMA star against the boxing star. We had heavyweight champ Tyson Fury against MMA heavyweight superstar Francis Ngannou, and it was a better fight than anybody could have expected. Big money. What did you think about this fight, man? Did, did somebody get shafted? Did somebody get shafted?
You know, man, I don't. I was completely like, what the hell? Tyson Fury just got his ass whooped, and they
talk about it.
Straight face lied to
Talk
the
about
people
it.
of Saudi Arabia and told them Tyson Fury won the fight. I was
Talk
like,
about it.
In pure boxing fashion, they lied to about 100,000 people in attendance. People were booing. Tyson Fury know he got his ass whooped. The judges know he got his ass whooped.
Somebody got hit. I got hit in the back of the ear again.
Dana White know he got his ass whooped. Pat McAfee know he got his ass whooped. Everybody know he got his ass whooped. Somehow those three judges say he didn't. I don't know.
Well,
two of the three. One of them gave it to Ngannou.
I feel like I already know why. And it's not even a surprise.
Yeah, you're right though.
The politics won. The politics won this fight. I'm with you. Fury got his ass whooped. Fury lost that fight, in my opinion. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You wasn't sure. You kind of wanted to dance around it. No, fuck that. Fury got his ass whooped. He got it handed to him. Shout out to Ngannou. He was impressive.
He whooped that man ass, bro. That was sad.
He really did.
Bro.
But I feel like it was okay. So we already knew that they had announced Fury versus Usyk in December.
Right.
Not only that, but it was announced right there at that same place in Saudi Arabia. Riyadh season. Speaking of which, the spectacle was amazing. Pre-fight concert and all of that was dope. Although they did Lil Baby wrong on the audio.
They did, bro. They did.
Fury got his butt whooped. But because we knew that they had this fight already agreed to with Usyk, right there with His Excellency, they kept talking about that. I don't know who this guy is, but he's in charge. He's a big wig. Everybody is calling him His Excellency.
All of them over there. Yeah.
So when you got His Excellency is trying to have this big ass rollout for his city, his country. All this money spent. You got this big fight coming at the end of the year. Who gonna be the one to tell that motherfucker he can't have his fight because Fury lost?
Bro,
nobody. So it was already won before the fight started. It was no way Ngannou could have won unless he knocked him out. And
it was nasty. I felt nasty. Like, oh man, this is so nasty. The politics is so dirty. Boxing is so corrupt, bro.
Facts. So, His Excellency won that fight.
Shout out to Sheik, His Excellency, straight up.
Facts.
And I'm gonna just go ahead and say Usyk's gonna beat the shit out of Fury, straight up.
Yeah. Now I will say it's a different type of fight though. With Usyk, Usyk ain't got the power that Ngannou has. He's not bigger than Ngannou. This is a smaller guy. So it won't look the same, but yeah, Usyk can get to him. Fury looked slow.
He looked
very
slow.
He
looked like, bro, he looked like Father Time caught up with him, and it looked like he was the meme. Like if Father Time catching up with you as a person. He looked like that, bro. I was like, whoa, wait. That's what was the most shocking to me. Like, not only did he get his ass whooped, like you said, but the way he looked, I was like, man, what the hell just happened to Tyson Fury? This isn't the lineal champ. This is the Gypsy King that I know. I was like, wait.
He don't look like he did any type of training. I know he said he did, but he don't look like he trained.
Like the guy. That don't look like the guy who beat shit out of Deontay Wilder.
He look like he been living off the fat of the land.
Is he snorting again?
I don't
I
know.
promise,
I
bro. I
don't
was
know.
like,
I don't know. It's possible. I hope not, but it's possible.
what the hell is this, bro? This is crazy. And then I knew he lost when he said this. It's the toughest fight I've had in a decade. I was like,
Oh,
what?
for
You
real.
know he got his ass whooped. This is crazy.
And so I was gonna ask, did we think that fight date was gonna get moved with him and Usyk, that the 12/23 scheduled? But before we went on live, I got the notification that it did get moved. The fight is gonna be
Wow.
it got moved to February because of Fury's injuries. It's just sit on that for a second. The fight had to get pushed back 2 months because of Fury's injuries. And Gano ain't had no damn injuries. Gano look like he can go party right afterwards. Like he's ready to tear the club up. He ain't had no
He
injuries.
walked in looking like exactly like he looked when he came to the fight. He left the same way. I was like, not a finger. He looked like not a finger got laid on him.
Facts. Facts. So yeah, man. Shout out to him. Um, so with all of that being said, now I want to see more from Ngannou. I liked what I saw from him. I think he won the night, despite the judges' outcome. He won the night. He showed himself as somebody that could put on a show, and not only put on a show, that he can also be a leading man. You know, this is a headliner. He showed that he could be a
That's right.
headliner. And they're already saying if talks have already began with him, between him and Wilder. So I like the sound of that. What do you think about a fight between Ngannou and Deontay Wilder?
I love it, bro. Let's do it. Woo! Somebody get knocked the fuck out,
Somebody getting knocked out. That's a fight. Somebody going down.
bro. I feel like that'll do a million buys. I feel like
I
that's a
agree.
million. Dude,
I agree. And shout out to Deontay. He's a smart man for jumping on it quick. He jumped on it right away.
because he sees something. I can knock this dude out, but if you miss, woo, you get knocked out. Woo!
Yeah.
Hey, and that's what it's about, bro. These are like Tank's dad and his stepdad.
Ooh.
This Tank dad and his stepdad fighting. They both knockout artists.
Ooh. Yeah.
Man,
I
it's
ain't mad at that.
crazy, bro. Woo.
I ain't mad at that. And
Yeah.
just real quick, the last topic before we get on up out of here. How do you feel about this, man? Keith Thurman, old ass, inactive 34-year-old Keith Thurman, who fought one time in the last 5 years. He's getting a title shot. Well, he's expected to get a title shot against Stanionis for the WBA regular welterweight title on December 9th instead of Jaron Boots Ennis. Big money. I feel like Boots was robbed. What do you think?
Me too. I feel the same, bro. It's politics as usual. I love the sport of boxing. We all love boxing, but we hate the politics. Boots Ennis deserves the shot at the belt against
Yes.
Stanionis, not Keith Thurman. Wow. What is he? Who does he have dirt on? How did he get this fight? I don't know. This is what's bad about boxing. We don't get the fights that we want. And it's sad that with such a great year for boxing, the way Tank started it off, the way Bud and them ended it, this is what we get. Thurman
Yeah.
standing on this. Come on, man. Nah, not this year. Not 2023. Not this year. We're not supposed to get that fight on this card. There was a
Yeah.
trend happening. Everybody was fighting. All the good fighters fighting everybody. Stanionis was supposed to fight Boots. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you 100%. Like even Haney didn't fight Shakur, but at least he's fighting Regis. He's fighting somebody.
Yeah, it's not a nobody.
It's not a nobody. It's for a belt. You know what I'm saying? We're getting the fight that we're supposed to get in 2023, and here comes this whack ass shit. I'm mad about it, bro. I'm disgusted. Boxing, man, get it together, boxing. Damn it, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's
Keith
facts.
Thurman. Keith Thurman looked horrible. Did you see his last performance?
I did.
Horrible.
I
It's
did.
over,
It's
bro. It's
over for
over for
Keith.
him.
One time had his one time. Time's up.
What's up with Boots, bro? Why they hating on the kid, bro? What's up?
Maybe just that because he a kid, and I don't know. Maybe it's maybe once again the politics. You know, Thurman been around a little bit longer. Maybe his bag is a little bit bigger, so he, a little under the table money. Hey, show me a
But
little
like
love,
all the
WNBA.
like they're all kids. Haney, Shakur, Tank. Man, what? Like, come on,
I
bro.
mean,
Like
Teofimo had to fight two
Teofimo was the
fights in
youngest under
Australia to get his belts.
Haney's 23, 24. You know what I'm saying? With
But
all
look
the
what he had to
belts.
do to get the belts. He had to go over there to Australia to get them.
Right.
He
I'm
wouldn't
just
have got
saying.
to fight on his own terms. Maybe that's what. Maybe Boots is asking for too much. I don't know. I think what it
Right.
is everybody just scared to get in the ring with him. They don't want to lose out on somebody
I
that
think
ain't
they scared of
that
the kid.
the bag to fight Boots isn't as big, so don't nobody want to lose their status without getting a big bag.
Yeah. But
So
if you whoop them, no, you know what I'm saying? You whoop Boots, man.
big if,
That look good on the resume.
big if,
Right.
big if.
I understand why Bud wanted to fight him because a lot of people was like, why would Bud risk fighting Boots? Well, you whoop Boots for the rest of resume. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no big
Yeah,
money fight.
this
It's
just
not
to
going
shut everybody up.
Yeah, exactly. You took that fight to show you took that fight the same reason Mayweather took the Canelo fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna whoop this young and up and comer. Y'all say I ain't fighting up and comers. I'm gonna go ahead and show you something real quick. Put on a master class. That's the only reason you take it. Because the risks outweigh the reward. Boots might whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he might take your belt and now you out of pocket, you out of position. You
They
know what I'm
say
saying?
that that Bud only want big money fights from here on out. But to be honest with you, only big money fights left is of course the rematch with EJ, and then maybe Canelo, maybe a Charlo
Canelo
fight. I don't know how big money that is at this
Canelo,
point after the Charlo's last
yeah.
showing. So it ain't really many
His
big money
last fight with
options.
right, his last fight with Spence was a big money fight for him, considering what he's made in the past. So
And
he
this
could get that
rematch will be
same
a
thing.
big money fight. But
Yeah, the rematch, like you said, the Charlo fight. I don't know, like if that's a big money fight because of the performance he put on against Canelo, but it should be. He could get the same amount of money he got for fighting Spence. You know what I'm saying? If he goes up, and the Canelo fight, that's it. So yeah, there's only like 3 fights he got, 3 options.
yeah, so he
Unless
might have to take a Boots fight.
Yeah, unless there's a Latino out there. You know what I'm saying? Up and coming, you fight one of them. You know, they all gonna buy that fight. Man, who could it be? I'm trying to think. Like, who is it? Teo. What if he was like, let's fight? I'll fight Teo.
That'd be dope. I don't see
Woo!
Teo doing it, but
Nah, but if
that
he
would
was
be
like, you
sick.
know what,
That would
I'll
be
take him
sick
at
if he move
147.
up.
That bro, they'll do a million. They'll
That
do a
would be
million
sick.
on that fight. Yeah,
That would be sick. So
yeah.
yeah, that'll be dope. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, get in those comments. Tell us what would be your what would be a dope fight do you think for Bud? Who do you think he should take on next? But big money. Once again, another strong week, man. Another one in the books. Man, I appreciate it, bro. This
Already, bro. We
it's lit.
live.
It's lit. It's up. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all like what y'all seen, man, show us some love, man. Get down there and drop a like, subscribe, share, talk to the
Guys,
people, tell the people what it is. We appreciate your
word.
comments. We appreciate y'all being here. And man, another week in the books. We thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. And from us here at On My Sports, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we out, man. Peace out.